Okay, people, so there's some really big news. Some of it is good, some of it is bad, and it's just all around like, whoa, regarding One Punch Man Season 2. Now, this is credits to Yonko Productions in regards to what's going down with this or whatever, but apparently this weekend, this upcoming weekend, this is if we're on August 9th as of the recording of this video, I want to say he said Sunday, so like the 12th or some sort, we're supposed to be getting One Punch Man Season 2 Episode 1. It's actually going to be debuting in Japan, I want to say at a festival, but also it's going to be available online, so we're seemingly going to have access and be able to view Episode 1 of Season 2 of One Punch Man, but that's the good news. And honestly, it's been a while. One Punch Man Season 1, what was that, like 2015, I want to say, that we got our hands on that? So it's been quite some time since we've gotten another season of One Punch Man, and I can't wait to watch this episode. Definitely going to talk about it. But that's the extent of the good news. Well, there's a bit more to it, and I'll explain and elaborate a little bit. But pretty much, yeah, that's the good news. Now, there's some horrible news in the sense of waiting, because we're going to get episode 1 again. I don't know if this is just a tester. I'm not sure exactly why they are debuting this episode this weekend, especially so long before seemingly we're going to be getting the actual season 2, because we're in 2018 right now, people, right? This is August 2018, and if we're getting episode 1 of season 2 now, apparently we're not going to be getting the full season 2 of One Punch Man until the winter season of 2020. So pretty much like January of 2020 is when we're going to be getting season 2. And honestly, I'm wondering what, like, what's going on here? Like, now again, that's horrible in terms of, like, I think it's horrible in a couple of different aspects. It's horrible as far as like, so we're gonna get the first episode now. I've never even heard of something like this. We're gonna get the first episode now, and then we gotta wait over a year for the entirety of it. I don't know if they're doing this again to test, because we know that they changed studios, right? It was Madhouse Studios was the one that was handling this, and now, if I'm not mistaken, JC Staff is taking over. And from what I'm hearing, it seems as though they want to continue the consistency of the quality of One Punch Man. They want to keep it going, looking as fresh and as fluid and as awesome as it looked in season 1 with season 2. So they're trying to make it look really pretty and all that good stuff, which is good or whatever. But we're getting the first episode of this season over a year before we're getting the remainder of it, and that's really just like, I mean, one, the wait, I think that's definitely going to be a bit detrimental to One Punch Man, because look at Attack on Titan for starters. You cannot deny that Attack on Titan took a huge hit from Attack on Titan Season 1 to Attack on Titan Season 2. Attack on Titan Season 1, if I'm not mistaken, that premiered, I want to say the spring or summer of 2013. We didn't get Season 2 until 2017. That was a 4-year wait to get that actual season, right? And the following season, and we've seen that Attack on Titan, it just isn't the monster that it was when it first premiered. When Attack on Titan's first season dropped, everyone could not stop talking about Attack on Titan. It was marked as like a once-in-a-decade boom of an anime. Like, they compared it to like, we haven't had an anime, like, some seasonal thing pop off like this since Death Note. People just said Attack on Titan was incredible. When season 2 came, it's still popular. People still know about Attack on Titan, but it just doesn't have that same power and that same popularity and those same amount of eyeballs on it that season 1 had, because the wait was just so long that people were like, I'll go, I'll go read the manga, I'm gonna wait. And now that's where we're at, where season 3, again, Attack on Titan is still popular, but I feel as though from season 1 to season 3, Attack on Titan is nowhere near as talked about and as big as it was when it first premiered. It's just, dropped off. Now with One Punch Man, it's like, okay, you're gonna get the hype going, especially with this premiering and us being able to see it. Everybody's gonna be talking about it, but then it's still like, you gotta follow up. People still want the full season, and I'm kind of wondering like what the quality is going to be like, because from my understanding, the reason behind this, right? Beside the fact that, you know, they want to keep it consistent, is that they want to make sure that the entirety of season 2 is pretty much done upon arrival. They don't want to be, because in case you don't know, most anime, they are working on these episodes right up until handing them to the studio to put them on Japanese airwaves, and then of course, you know, send them off to streams. They literally, like, if I'm not mistaken, there was an episode of Attack on Titan that they literally had to reschedule, like, the airing of it, because they were working on the episode when it was supposed to be handed in. So that's how bad sometimes it is, or a good chunk of the time with anime, that they're just working on it before they hand it in. But with this one, they want to make sure that every episode is pretty much done and just like at the max possible quality when they hand it, you know, to the studio, and it's just like, yo, here you go, everything is nicely done. And that also means that it could continue to sustain that quality that it had with season 1. It's not going to have a major drop or a major dip in art and animation. And I guess that's another one of the pluses, is that if we're waiting this long, we're more than likely going to get of the quality, if not even better, which I don't know how you could top it, because One Punch Man Season 1's quality was just absolutely amazing. But that's another plus, that, yo, we're going to get immense quality. If they drop the ball and it doesn't look amazing and absolutely incredible like Season 1 did, then definitely it's just going to be an overall disaster and failure. But I'm just looking at it from so many different angles. It's like, okay, you know, you're dropping this one episode, you're going to get people hype, and then people are going to forget again. The wait in between the full-on Season 1 and 2, if we're talking winter 2020, you know, January 2020, then that's what, from 2015 to 2020. Obviously it was like, you know, it's not really a 5-year thing, it's like over 4 years basically, because it was like, you know, when it aired or whatever. But pretty much it's like over 4 years. Some will say 5 years between seasons. At that point, a lot of people are going to be like, like what? And of course, a lot of people read the manga, because the manga already surpassed where the anime was. So a lot of people are caught up with that. I think overall, it's a plus of, like, it's going to look great, but it's going to be very detrimental to the success of One Punch Man, the word of mouth of One Punch Man. And it's just not going to be the same hype that it would have had it dropped this year, or even the last year, the previous year, whatever. And I don't know if it was production hell or why this is happening, because I mean, it's not like they had 5 years to, you know, work on season 1, you know what I'm saying? They had a decent amount of time and they did it. So I'm not sure exactly what's the big deal as far as that they need all of this time to make sure everything is done, unless with One Punch Man they were working up on to like release with that, and they just don't want that same catastrophe, or JC staff is just not equipped to handle a series like One Punch Man, opposed to what Madhouse, which in that case, Madhouse, like, y'all some gods if it takes another studio this long to get everything done. I mean, overall, it's like, I'm excited. I can't wait for this episode that seemingly is going to be popping up on Sunday, but at the same time, it's very like, kind of curious what you guys think about this, though. How do you feel getting One Punch Man Season 2 Episode 1 this early, and then having to wait a ton of time for the remainder of the season? Do you think that it's a good or a bad? I mean, again, I showed you guys the positives and the negatives to it. We're going to have really awesome animation. It's going to be top of the line, all of that good stuff, but the ridiculous amount of wait, and then the tease of like, hey, here's an episode, but you gotta wait a year and some change, a year and a half or whatever, to get the remainder of it. Not good in my opinion. And your overall thoughts and expectations. I know One Punch Man Season 2 is going to be incredible. I know the content that follows is going to be amazing, but just the wait time is absolutely ridiculous. And it's like, yeah, I don't know if One Punch Man is going to be that big of a deal when it finally does come back, just because it's a ridiculous amount of wait. And we've seen even a juggernaut like Attack on Titans fall from popularity from what it was, that nobody could stop talking about it. Every convention, everybody was cosplaying as the Scouts and all that stuff, to now it's still popular, but it's just not that much of an impact as it used to have. I think One Punch Man is going to suffer the fate. And your overall thoughts of this? I mean, I'm just like, cool. I can't wait for the first episode, but waiting that long, I'm hoping that it doesn't make me feel like how I kind of feel about Attack on Titan, of like, I'm not on that same I will die for Attack on Titan like I was, 5 years ago, because of that 4-year wait between seasons 1 and 2. But that is all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, stalk me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitch and hit the bell to get all notifications to catch my videos. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy. Bow. Have an awesome day.
We make a major move, laugh and let the haters lose. We don't give a fuck, virginity intact, cream stack. Paper rules, if you heard it, best believe that. But now it's whatever, one day I'll be your favorite, but never.